Welcome back to the Evermore podcast. It's Chris back with a little bit of a news announcement. We've all seen the news doing the rounds on social media. Yes, we have an official new front of shirt sponsor. So officially, the fun is over. I just stuck my belly in there to show you the logo on the shirt. I had to fish it out the cupboard. Yes, Fun 88 obviously is gone. We all knew that was happening. But the new sponsor has officially been unveiled on the brand new kit, which looks quite sexy, actually. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. But we're going to get stuck right in a second. Just before we do, a little reminder. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. I'd love you to come and join us. We're over 3,780, I think, subscribers now. So we're pushing close to that 4K. Come on, guys, make it happen. 4K before the season starts. I'll be buzzing if you help us get there. Loads of content over the close season, even though the football's not on. We're still talking about loads of transfers, stats, chats, bits of breaking news like we're going to talk about right now, and also the odd rant now and again if you enjoy that. I know some of you do. So come and join it, click the button, and come and be part of the Evermore party. So let's get stuck into the news. And yes, the new shirt has been unveiled today. It's all over social media. I'm going to put this handsome devil right here, the newly married Bruno Guimaraes. Congratulations to you, Mr. and Mrs. Bruno. Beautiful wedding pictures over in Rio de Janeiro. Buzzing for Bruno. He looks sharp as a tack in his suit. He looks even sharper here in the brand new home kit. Yes, with the sponsor of Seller on the front of it. It looks really nice, that kit. It's a bit of a throwback, actually, to something in the 80s. But this just shows you the difference of where Newcastle United have come in shirt sponsorship. I'm going to tell you exactly how much this thing is worth in a minute. But going back to the Fun 88 deal, it was a rotten deal made by the old regime for pittance, really, in comparison to a lot of the other Premier League clubs and their front shirt sponsors. I think Fun 88 was only paying us something daft like £8 million a year to be our front of shirt sponsors. When we did a deal with Noon for the shirt sleeve sponsors, I think that was about £4 million just for a little patch on the arm. So that just goes to show you how terrible the commercial awareness was of the Mike Ashley regime. They just had no interest whatsoever in growing Newcastle United's commercial entity in the world of football, not like the owners now, with the likes of Darren Eales as well, and Peter Silverstone behind the scenes making the moves that they're making as well. And this is no different. So who are Seller? You're asking about, obviously we're all just finding out about them now, really, but Seller are, I think they're the self-proclaimed business that they host spectacular events, the sporting events. They've done the Spanish Super Cup, they've done the Italian Super Cup, they've done the WWE over in the Middle East, things like that. They do hospitality, they do tourism. They're a real innovative company, and they're very, very savvy in terms of the digital age as well. Now, Peter Silverstone was quoted on their website. You can go check the video out on there, saying that this is going to open the door for Newcastle United in Saudi Arabia. They want to be, or we want to be, the number one supported Premier League club in Saudi Arabia. It's a population of 35 million. I think he said 70% of them are under 30. They're all on the phones and tablets and all that kind of stuff as well. So this kind of business can help grow Newcastle United's brand. Seller also want to grow their brand in the UK. So it's a win-win. They went through a stringent pre-qualification process, and you hear Darren Eales talk and you see what he did over in America, Atlanta, and you know that he would have been doing it. You see what Silverstone's done for Arsenal, some of the deals that he's put in place there as well. So these guys are proper players. And I met them as well in the talk, and they were nice fellas as well, to be fair. But they're very good at what they do, and they're helping Newcastle United's commercial entity grow and grow. And if you want a little bit more proof for that, let's just have a little look at this slide right here. So this just shows you how Newcastle United's new sponsorship deal with Seller to open up those doors in the Middle East stacks up against the rest of the teams in the Premier League. You can see there, obviously no surprise, Manchester City right at the top of the Etihad, sponsor of 67.5 million. Liverpool with Standard Chartered at 50. Manchester United Team View at 47.5. Arsenal with the Emirates at 40. Chelsea with 3 Mobile. I had one of them once. They were terrible. They might be a little bit better now, but they're awful when I had one. 40 million quid. Tottenham AIA, that's really hard to say after 3 beers, 40 million. And then we come in with a sponsorship deal with Seller at 25 million pounds a year, I believe that is, in terms of the sponsorship money. That's massive increase from what the Fun 88 was. It's 3 times the value what the Fun 88 deal was. So that helps balance the FFP. That helps bring commercial revenue into the club. Everything that Kieran Maguire said when he did the podcast with myself and Adam way back when, it's still on the channel if you want to check that out. This is exactly what the new owners want to do. They want to grow the commercial revenue of the club. They want to make the club more sustainable globally in terms of a commercial entity, something that's viable, something that people want to come and invest in. And that's exactly what's happening now. You guys are watching this maybe Friday night, maybe Saturday morning. Sam Fenner's just played 2 sellout gigs at St James's Park. These are the kind of things that we want to do at the stadium and partnering with people like Seller who put that stuff on is only going to help enhance us globally around the world. Maybe entice acts to come and play at St James's Park, and have more and more of this kind of atmosphere that we're going to have with Sam Fender gigs as well. Not quite the same because he's a hometown hero and he's the Jody Springsteen, but you know what I'm saying. It's going to open up the club to loads of different avenues, maybe boxing events, you name it. But then globally across the world, Newcastle United is going to be the name on everybody's lips in the Middle East. That's what they want to happen, certainly in Saudi Arabia. And this deal, I'm all for it. I think it's a fantastic bit of business. I love the look of the new shirt. One more time, if you didn't see it, there's the new shirt, looking sexy as out. And I'm really looking forward to seeing us put that on next season and get rid of the Fun 88 shirts as well. Just for information, the club have put on the website that shirt will be for sale on the 10th of June, which is Saturday. So if you are watching Saturday morning, it's available right now. They were selling off all the old historic ones in the town for 20 quid, I think, ago. So I'm sure some of you have hoovered up a few bargains. We all have a bargain up in the Northeast, though. But times are tough, so fair play. Grab a bargain, go get a 20 knicker shirt if you want to. But this new shirt will be out, and no Newcastle fans will be flocking in their droves to buy this shirt from the football club. It's exciting times. That shirt is going to be worn in the Champions League next season. That's going to be seen globally around the world with Seller on the front. A great move for the club, just helping, benefit the commercially and everything else. It just shows you, we haven't just finished in top four by fluke. We want to stay there. We want to be commercially savvy and compatible against, or competitive, against those other teams that are up there every single year. Newcastle United want to stay in the top four. How are we going to do that? Transfers, I believe, is how we're going to do that. We're going to be about loads more transfer rumors soon. There's loads of names hotting up. James Maddison's back in the press. Spurs have made their move. We're talking to him. There's loads of other players there. Kieran Tierney's on the list. You've got Harvey Barnes. You've got loads of names. Me and Mark will be bringing them to you with stats and chats. Keep it ever more, guys. As I mentioned at the start, if you haven't already, click subscribe. Hit the notification bell so every time we come and talk about transfers or come on to give you a bit of an update just like this, you'll be notified and you won't miss anything. And if you can like the video, help get it on YouTube, help the channel grow, and help us get to 4K before the start of the season. That's what my goal is. I want it. Give us it, guys. It'll be absolutely amazing. Until then, have a cracking weekend. If you've been to Sam Fender, I hope you loved it. I'm sure it was absolutely amazing. He's brilliant. And we'll catch you next time and ever more. See you now. Bye-bye.